are going to use similarity and congruency to solve the real world scenarios. Purpose of the day. So in today's class, you will learn that the ratio of the perimeters of similar figures is equal to their scale factor, and the ratio of their areas is equal to the square of their scale factor. So let's talk about the perimeters of similar polygons. When it comes to similar polygons, we discussed first of all, in the previous classes we discussed about what is similarity. If two geometrical objects are having the same shape but differ in size, they are said to be similar. I have given an example that where is Eiffel Tower? It is in France, and there is another Eiffel Tower. Then you might be surprised. So it is in Las Vegas. These two are having the same shape, but the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas, it is not as tall as the real Eiffel Tower in France. And another example is I bought a BMW car for my son who is just in his first grade. What? For a first grader BMW car? Yes, but not the real one. The one which is very small, which I found in the toy store. So, the toy is which is exactly same as the real BMW car, but very small in size. So similarity, when it comes to similarity, the geometrical objects which are having the same shape, just like the Eiffel Tower or the car, but differ in size. Now, in today's class, we'll discuss this one. The ratio of the perimeters is the same as the scale factor. So, perimeter of triangle ABC over perimeter of triangle DEF equals to side AB over side DE, side BC over EF, or side AC over DF. I know it may lead to some confusion, so let me give a really quick example. Let me take, okay. So assume that you are given two triangles which are similar. Okay, I'm taking two triangles. Okay, so one is a triangle ABC and the other triangle is DEF. DEF. Now, let's say that one of the triangle, all the measurements are given. Say that this is 7 units, and this one is say 5 units, and this one is maybe another 5 units. And here, one of the sides is marked as say 2 units. 2 units. Okay, now look at the scenario. You know all the 3 sides. Can you find the perimeter of this one? Obviously, yes. Because I hope you remember that sum of all the sides gives the perimeter, right? And in the second triangle, only one side is given. We don't know what are the other 2 sides, but you are asked to find the perimeter of the second triangle. Suppose if you come across this kind of question, if you don't have all the 3 sides but still how to find the perimeter means, then we use this condition, which is perimeter of triangle ABC, perimeter of triangle ABC over perimeter of the second triangle, which is DEF. But make sure that we are taking the corresponding sides, like side AB over DE. I hope you remember what are the corresponding sides, because we discussed in the previous classes the corresponding sides of similar triangles. BC over EF and AC over DF. Now, let me take only like do I know the value of AB? Yes. Do I know the value of the corresponding side here DE? No. Therefore, AB over DE is ruled out because I should know both the values. If I take BC, do I know the corresponding side's value? Means the answer is no. So even BC over EF is also ruled out. Then, do I know AC value? Yes. Do I know DF value, the corresponding side? Yes. Therefore, I can go with this one. Now, what is AC over DF values means AC is 5 and DF is 2. And next, when it comes to perimeter of any polygon for that matter, we take sum of all the sides. We take sum of all the sides. So let me do it here separately. What is perimeter of triangle ABC? That is sum of all the sides. Oh my God, I don't have enough space. Well, so that is 7 units plus 5 units plus the other one is 5 units. So 7 plus 5 plus 5, that gives me 17 units. Therefore, what is the perimeter of triangle ABC means that is 17 units over what is the perimeter of triangle DEF? I don't know, but that is equals to 5 over 2. At this point, we go for cross multiplication and we figure out what's the value of the perimeter of triangle DEF. Anyhow, let me go to the whiteboard and there I'll give you some examples. Let's say that you are given two triangles which are similar. So one is this one and the other one is I'm taking a little larger. Okay. So there are two triangles. Let's say that these two triangles are similar to each other and this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is maybe some P, Q, R. Remember that these two triangles are given similar. Okay. If you want, I can mark the angles. Angle equals to angle and angle equals to angle. So by double A similarity, these two are similar. The small triangle, the measurements are say, this is some 5 units, this is 4 units, randomly some numbers I'm taking. And here, this is 7 units, we don't know the other two sides. Suppose, if you are asked to find the perimeter of the second triangle, remember perimeter means sum of all the sides. Do I know all the sides of the second triangle means obviously you can see that we know only one side. We don't know all the three sides. Only one side is given. How to find the perimeter? Then we use the relation. That is a similarity relation. So that relation says that perimeter. It is the perimeter of triangle ABC. I see that it's the small triangle. Perimeter of small triangle over perimeter of large triangle equals to. We have to take the corresponding sides. Corresponding sides means if I take AB over PQ, I have to take. So please don't forget we have to take the corresponding sides. Therefore, here AB over PQ equals to, if I take BC, then the corresponding side is QR. Then I have to take BC over QR, and the third side is AC, and the corresponding side is PR. Again, you may get a doubt. like do we have to take in the same order means it depends. Like if you take the numerator as a small triangle, then you have to take all the sides of small triangle in the numerator, and if you take the denominator the large triangle, then all the denominators should have here the measures of the measures of the large triangle sides. Now let's plug in these values. Do I know what is the value of AB? Yes, I know. So let me take that is 5. What is the value of PQ, the corresponding side? Oh my gosh, I don't know. So let it be PQ. Then BC, here I see that 4 units and the corresponding value is 7 here. So that's going to be 4 over 7. Then ACE, I see that 4 units and PR, we don't know. So that's going to be 4 over PR. As I discussed before with you all that what is the perimeter means, don't forget we take sum of all the sides. Sum of all the sides. So here in this small triangle, I know sum of, I know all the sides. See, this one and this one and this one. So I know all the 3 sides of the small triangle. Therefore, I can take that. But when it comes to the second one, that is the perimeter of large triangle, I don't know, because I don't know what is the side of this one, and I don't know what is the value of this one. So just I know only one side, which is not sufficient. So let it be perimeter of a large triangle. Now let's compute the numerator part. Let's compute the numerator part, which is sum of all the sides of the small triangle, which is 5 plus 4 plus 4. Again, I'm repeating, these sides are taken from here. These are taken to find the perimeter. So 5 plus 4 plus 4 over perimeter of a large triangle equals to, can I take this one? No, because I know only one value, I don't know both the values. So this is dropped. Can I take this one? Yes, because I know both the values, which is 4 over 7. The next step is, let me combine 5 plus 4, that gives me 9. 9 plus 4, 13 over perimeter of a large triangle equals to 4 over 7. At this point, we go for cross multiplication. We discussed these kind of questions in our previous classes. So let's compute. That is 13 times 7 equals to 4 times perimeter of a large triangle. To eliminate 4, I have to divide. At this point, I'm using my calculator, TI-84 calculator. That is 13 times 7 over 4. That gives me 22.75. So that's the perimeter of the large triangle. Okay, let's go to another question. Let me take maybe 2 similar figures. And the sides have given that this is 7 units, this is 12, this is 3 units, and this is not given, okay? But you are asked to find the perimeter, of a small rectangle. Find the perimeter of small rectangle. So I'm taking perimeter of, this time I'm starting with the big one. So numerator can be either large or small, it makes no difference. So you can take the large polygon or the small polygon, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so here I'm taking perimeter of a large rectangle over perimeter of a small rectangle equals to side over side, side over side. So side over side means which one shall I take? So let me label this one. Let me label this one maybe with A here, B, C, D, then P, Q, R, S. So which one shall I take means here you have to be little careful. That is here 12 is given AB value. Now, do you know what is the value of PQ means? We don't know. So better avoid these sides. Now, AP is given 7 and PSC is given 3. I see that corresponding values are given. Corresponding values are given. So I prefer to take AP over PS. Okay, that makes sense. So AP, oh, let me change the color. It is AP over PS. I repeat, I'm taking AP here and the corresponding side is 3 here. So that is 7 over 3 equals to, what is the perimeter of a large rectangle? Friends, there are two ways to find a perimeter of a rectangle. One is sum of all the sides or twice the length plus width. Either you can take. So I'm taking 7 plus 12. Don't forget, in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Therefore, this is going to be 12. So 7 plus 12 plus 7 plus 12, or else you can take twice the length plus twice the width. At this point, you can use calculator. You'll end up with 38. Now, I got the perimeter of the large rectangle is 38 units. I got perimeter of large rectangle is 38 units. And to compute the perimeter of a small rectangle, I don't know all the sides. Just only one side is given as 3. The second one is missing. So I can't use any formula. So it is perimeter of a small rectangle. Okay. Yes, it is. We go for cross multiplication. We go for cross multiplication at this point. Now, I want all of you to grab your calculator and check what is the value of the perimeter of the small rectangle. You may compute. If you want, I'm giving you some hint. 38 times 3 equals to 7 times perimeter of a small rectangle. So please compute and check what the answer is. After computing, you will see that division by 7 on both the sides. So perimeter of a small rectangle equals to 16.28 units. Okay. Suppose if the same scenario is given to you, let's say that you are given two rectangles. I forgot what are the numbers here. So I'll do one thing. I'll go back to the previous page, 12, 7 and 3. Okay. So let's say that this is 12 and this one is 7 and this is 3 units and the other side is not given. And you are asked to find area of the second rectangle, which is the smaller one. I know that to find the area of a rectangle, it is length times width, but one of the sides are given, but the second one is not given. Then how to find the area of the second rectangle? how to find the area of the second rectangle. Then we are not going to use the same condition. Area of similar polygons, the rule says that areas, if the scale factor of the sides of two similar polygons is a over b, then the ratio of their areas is a square over b square. A square over b square. So area of triangle ABC or DEF. See that in the previous one, that is while finding perimeters, we used side over side, but this time we are going to use side square over side square. Side square over side square. So let's quickly jump to this one. You have given two rectangles. One rectangle measurements are given and the other rectangle measurements, not only one side is given. You are asked to find the area of this one. So area of a large rectangle over area of a small rectangle equals to, this time I am taking, if it is perimeter we take side over side, but if it is area you have to take side square over side square. So which side shall I take? Which side shall I take? That's the question. So do I have to take, is it 12? So we have to see the corresponding side is given or not. No. Therefore, shall I take 7? Do I have the corresponding side? Yes, it is. Okay. So let me take that. It is a large triangle side is, see this one I am taking here. Then the denominator is going to be 7 over 3. But don't forget to take squares when you are computing squares of polygons. Now area of large figure, when it comes to area, I know that it is length times width, which is 12 times 7, that gives me 84. Okay, but when it comes to the small one, width is given but length is not given, so I can't compute, right? So area of this one, let me take this one here, area of large triangle, and let me plug in here, and the denominator area of a small rectangle, I don't know. At this point, all of you know that we go for cross multiplication. Use your calculator and compute what is the value of area of small rectangle. I'll give you about 30 seconds to compute. Well, I don't know what answer you got. Here 7 square, that gives me 7 times 7. It is not 7 times 2. 7 square is 49. 3 square is 9. 84 over area of a small rectangle. Then, as I told you before, at this point we go for cross multiplication. Please remember, while computing, most of the times you may think 7 square is 14. It is not 7 times 2, it is 7 times 7. 3 square is not 3 times 2, it is 3 times 3. So at this point we go for cross multiplication. 84 times 9 equals to 49 times area of a small. I'm going to disclose the answer in a while. To eliminate this 49, we go for inverse operation, which is division. And let me grab my calculator and check what the answer. So area of small rectangle equals to, it is 84 times 9 divided by 49 15.42. That makes sense because I see that area of a large triangle. I see that here I got 84, and the small triangle, I see that it is less than that. Less than that. When I compare the sides also, see 7 and 3, right? So I should get yeah, reasonably correct. And if you want, you can check them. I'll tell you how to check these values. So I'll take one more question. Let me take one more question. So I'm sorry. Let me draw two similar triangles and I'll explain the difference between these two. Okay. I'm taking two similar triangles. Okay, let's say that they are similar. Okay. And let me name them as let me give some names here, which is A, this one is B, and this one is C, maybe J, K, L. Let me duplicate this one. Let me duplicate this one. Now I'll discuss the difference between these two scenarios. So let me draw a line between to separate these two. Okay, so let's say that you are given two cases, these two cases, and you are asked, okay, randomly I'm taking some number. Say that this is 5 and this one is 1.5. This one is 5 and this one is 1.5. Randomly I'm taking some numbers. Okay, and here the perimeter of the large triangle equals to some let's take maybe some okay, let me take 17 inches. And what is the perimeter of this one? As I told you before, if I want to find the perimeter of the any polygon, I should know all the sides. Here I know only one side. In the same way, if you are given area of this triangle is maybe some 21 square inches, okay, then what is the area of this triangle? Okay, this is the question. And here, what is the perimeter? What is the perimeter? That's the question. So if you are computing, please remember perimeter of I see I'm taking my large triangle as the numerator, perimeter of large triangle over perimeter of small triangle equals to one of the sides of a large triangle. Here I am taking AC because I know the corresponding value, okay, which is 5 over 1.5. And perimeter of the large triangle it's already given, so 17 over perimeter of a small triangle equals to 5 over 1.5. And here you can compute, you know what to do next. So at this point, I'm not continuing with the next part, just I'm giving you the hint and I'm leaving here. I'll come back to this one later time. When it comes to the second case, area of a large triangle over area of a small triangle equals to side. I see that these two are the corresponding sides. I'm sure you can sense that. These two are the corresponding sides. So side AC, I'm sorry, I did not write the previous case. So AC, or maybe let me input the numbers, which is 5 over 1.5. If you write this way, you may end up with wrong answer because when it comes to areas, while computing the areas, you have to take side square over side square. Don't forget, when you are computing the areas, you have to take side square over side square. Now, area of large triangle, which is 21, and area of small triangle, I don't know, equals to. Another possible mistake is 5 square means you may take it as 10, but it is actually 5 times 5. That gives me 25, and 1.5 square, you can make use of calculator. You'll end up with 2.25. Okay, at this point you know what to do. That is, we go for cross multiplication. So the most important thing is, when you are computing the perimeter, you have to take side over side, but when you are computing the areas, that is side square over side square, you have to take side square over side square. So let me take one question from the worksheet. Maybe this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Let me copy the question here. So, what is the area? Is it typo error? No. Okay. Similarity 3. The area of. Okay. So here is the question. Let me move this a little up. Okay. Two triangles are having a ratio similarity of 3/8. So please copy or identify the key information. Similarity of 3/8. Two triangles. If you want to visualize, you can draw maybe two small pictures. I see that 3/8, 3 is smaller and 8 is, as compared to 3, it is larger, right? Therefore, 3, that indicates the small triangle, and 8 indicates the larger triangle. Okay? The area of small triangle is 12 square inches. So area of this one, the small triangle, is 12 square inches. And what is the area of the larger one? So I'm taking area of a small triangle as the numerator, because I see that 3/8 means the numerator is smaller. Therefore, I must take the numerator as the small triangle. Please see that this is small triangle and the denominator will be the large triangle. Therefore, area of small triangle or area of a large triangle equals to, don't forget, that is side square over side square. Okay, and let me plug in these values. That area of small triangle is given as 12 square units. Therefore, 12 over area of large triangle, I don't know, so let it be maybe x. And next, side square over side square means this ratio to be taken 3/8. But don't forget, friends, when we are computing area, the area, we have to take squares. Therefore, now you go for a computation of this one. 3 square, it is not 3 times 2, it is 3 times 3, that gives 9. 8 square is 64. Then 12 over x. At this point, you go for again cross multiplication in order to find the value of x, which is the area. You can see that x means that is the area of the large triangle. So you have to compute.